Welcome to our Sunday monthly meditation at Om3 Yoga. And today, on March 30th, 2025, I'm going to be guiding us through an equanimity practice. And one of the things that I've been observing over the past couple days, weeks, months, is that it's really easy for us to get caught up in these different extremes of what's going on. And I've had a couple people come to me that over the past week or so and asking for a little bit more balance. And so we're going to be guiding ourselves through this practice today. So you could do this practice either sitting up comfortable in a chair or on the ground or wherever you would like to sit. And you could also lay down and find a comfortable place and close your eyes. So this is really an opportunity for you to tune into you. So welcome and allowing yourself to begin to get settled and maybe allowing your eyes to close, finding a soft gaze. Just giving yourself permission that this is time for you to tune into you, to quiet your mind. And if you are able to do this in a place where you're at, allowing yourself, we're going to make a little bit of a humming sound. And if that's a place that you can't do that, just imagine you're doing that wherever you are. So let's begin to take a really big, deep breath in to our whole being. And then as we exhale, bringing the lips together and making a humming sound. Maybe allowing your body to shift a little bit to get more comfortable, noticing how that feels. And we're going to do that 2 more times. And go for as long as you can and taking a breath in between if you need. Inhaling. Once again, inhale. Wherever you are, just allowing yourself to begin to feel your breath moving in and out of your body. And if you need to shift your body at all to be a little bit more comfortable, allowing that to happen. And our practice today is about connecting with inner balance and steadiness. And in this place, allowing whatever arises today to be exactly right. When we do an equanimity practice, it helps us find balance, spacious awareness. And we're able to hold all of the things that are changing around us. We begin to honor the things that are easy and the things that are challenging, and the things we don't care much about. And practicing this with a detached awareness instead of getting sidetracked with reactivity. So again, if it would be helpful for you to do another humming sound to settle in, taking another deep breath in. As you begin to do that or continue to do that, noticing perhaps where your feet are planted, where your sitting bones rest, or where your back is relaxing. And allowing yourself, again, to make any adjustments you need to. And as we begin here, I want you to visualize yourself resting where you are and saying to yourself, may I be safe, may I be healthy, may I be happy, may I be free from suffering. And then again, starting to feel the places where your body is touching something that's supporting you. Feeling yourself connect with a sense of natural support and stability. Maybe feeling the shoulders soften a bit more, allowing the jaw to soften. Keep breathing. As you begin to notice the breath naturally moving in and out of the body. Become aware of the sensations that occur as you breathe. Perhaps you notice a place of movement in the chest or abdomen. Maybe you notice the breath is cool on the way in and leaves a little warmer. Allowing your awareness to become present with your breath and inviting each breath to remind you of a constant flow, a flow that's always moving in and out of you. Imagining from the crown of the head down to the toes. Perhaps feeling the breath flow from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes to the crown of the head. And notice if there's any other areas of tension and allowing your breath to create the flow in that area. Creating more ease, spaciousness, and awareness within. See if you can hold all of your awareness with an equal interest and care. As we begin to connect with the natural equanimity of awareness itself. And just as the ocean ebbs and flows, noticing how the breath ebbs and flows. That your awareness has the capacity to experience and hold all of your ebbs and flows. And as we tune into our current experience in this present moment, begin to notice the sound in your environment, the ones you hear near and far. Allowing them all to be there. Noticing the thoughts and images that may be moving through your mind. Watching them with detached awareness, letting them all come and go, just like the ocean waves and our breath. As well as noticing the emotional tones of your current experience. Maybe what you've experienced earlier today. Any physical sensations of the body, giving yourself permission to move. And saying to yourself as you rest here in this present time and space, may I be safe, may I be healthy, may I be happy, may I be free from suffering. May I be safe, may I be healthy, may I be happy, may I be free from suffering. Now bring to mind something that brings you joy or contentment. This may be a memory, a recent success, a pet, or someone you love. And allowing yourself to experience a sense of joy in this moment. And as you visualize this person, I want you to recognize that you are not in control of their happiness. You don't even have to agree with what makes them happy. Recognizing that this thing or being is their own thing and in charge of their own actions. And as you visualize this loved one or thing, I want you to say to it, regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Cultivating this equanimity to let go of the outcomes. Again, repeating this to yourself a few times. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Honoring this intention of recognizing that this thing or being is in charge of their own actions. And as you do this practice, notice if there's any tendency to want to grasp or hold. See if you can hold your love for them and this attachment that they are in charge of their own actions with the same awareness. Practice allowing to flow through you. As you begin to let that go. And bring to mind something that you feel neutral about. Again, it might be a thought or a person. It might be some place that you pass by or a person that you see but you don't know very well. And you don't have to know what brings it joy or happiness. But as we start to practice this equanimity, this balance, we practice observing our experiences and notice if it's the same as it was for the person that you love. So bringing this thing to mind, recognizing that you aren't in charge of their happiness, saying to them, regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Keep breathing. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. And as you're repeating these statements, also noticing, are there sensations that arise in the body? Any emotions coming to the surface? Any other thoughts or stories appearing? Are you remaining neutral? Keep breathing. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hand. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Now letting this neutral thing go. As you begin to bring to mind something that's challenging or difficult, you might not want to begin with the most challenging or difficult thing you're dealing with right now, but perhaps starting with something that you might be minorly agitated with or annoyed by. And as you bring this thing to mind, again, you don't need to agree with what makes them happy. You're not in charge of their happiness. As you begin to say these statements to them, notice what arises in your being. So saying to that being, regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. Keep breathing. Notice the natural responses, the sensations that may be arising in the body, any emotions that are surfacing, any other thoughts or stories that may be appearing. Noticing if there's an impulse to push away or resist this experience, and knowing that that's perfectly natural. Honoring that you're making room for both the unpleasant experience and any resistance, and pleasant experience. holding them both in spacious awareness of your being. Keep breathing. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are in charge of their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. And as we practice equanimity, we observe our experience, noticing if we suppress any feelings or thoughts that may arise, and learning to stay balanced and holding it all with compassionate awareness. Keep breathing. As we begin to notice how we can hold things that may feel so opposite at the same time. Observe what happens. When pleasure arises, notice it. Observe any changes within. When pain is present, notice it. Acknowledge it. Perhaps talk to it. And recognizing its impermanence. In moments of praise, receive it while staying grounded, present, connected. During criticism, listen and maintain an inner balance and groundedness. With success, celebrate without becoming attached. In difficulty, persist and become in flow with what's next without becoming discouraged. As you visualize yourself laying here, thanking you, and repeating to yourself, may I be safe, may I be healthy, may I be happy, may I be free from suffering. May I be safe, may I be healthy, may I be happy, may I be free from suffering. May I be safe, may I be healthy, may I be happy, may I be free from suffering. Beginning to take some deeper breath. Feeling the fullness of the breath, the flow. And again, perhaps breathing from the toes to the crown of the head and the crown of the head to the toes. And checking in with yourself and learning to hold yourself and loving yourself with the things that are easy and the things that are challenging, the things that you get to deal with and the things that you don't have to deal with. Honoring and holding the lightness and the darkness. Honoring all sides of yourself with compassion, loving awareness, and just honoring where you are in each moment. So perhaps as we begin to finish our practice today, I'm going to teach you something that I like to do with myself and bring my hands sometimes to my heart center. And especially when I'm dealing with those challenging moments, and you can bring one hand on top of the other, your hands in a prayer pose, or just dropping your mind into your heart. And just ask yourself with love, with kindness, with compassion, sweetheart, what do you need? Or self, what do you need? I've got you. Honoring that we're doing the best that we can. So as you start to feel ready, allowing yourself to come back into this present time and space, you can take your hands and maybe even cupping them over your eyes, letting your eyes blink open from behind your closed hands. Maybe you're wiggling your fingers and toes a little bit, letting your body move. And just as you start to come back, knowing that you are doing what you need to do for you. And I want to thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to send me a message, and I look forward to connecting with you. Many, many blessings. Namaste.